what is a charter school?
I really don't know.
Okay.
Is it a private school?
Special kids.
Special kids? We're doing a documentary on charter schools, and we're just asking people, do you know what a charter school is?
No, I don't.
No? Okay.
Sorry.
How about you? Do you know what a charter school is? No. Okay.
Sorry.
Public's like, it's not a public school, but it's a school that you pay money to put your kids in, isn't it?
And so we're just asking people, what is a charter school?
I don't know, because I don't live here in Canada.
Okay, well,
I live in Italy.
You live in Italy?
Yes.
Okay.
He wanted to be on TV, not me.
Actually, we're doing a documentary on charter schools, and we're just asking people, what is a charter school? So here's the question. What is a charter school?
You have the kids.
I don't know. It costs money,
A charter
I guess.
school?
Yeah, a charter
Uniformed?
school.
I don't know.
Costs money, has uniforms, has
Private.
Private.
Chartered as in like a chartered bus, so I don't know.
Oh, you're lucky that.
Thank you very much. Grazie. Okay.
Prego, prego.
Hi, I'm Andrew Nikiforuk. I'm a former teacher, and I'm the father of 3 boys. And I've also been writing about education for the last 20 years. And today I want to answer that puzzling question, what is a charter school? And I want to do that by taking you on a tour of 3 very different schools right here in Calgary. So, what's the answer to that question? Well, first and foremost, a charter school is a public school. It cannot charge tuition. It can have no religious affiliation, and it's open to any child. And the other important thing about charter schools to remember is that they get the same amount of money as any public school. They just have the freedom to spend it differently. Now, Alberta has 13 charter schools, and 6 of them in my hometown here in Calgary. So let's go take a look at the new face in public education. Foundations for the Future is one of Calgary's most popular charters. It was started in 1997 and has since grown to occupy 4 campuses. Now, Foundation bills itself as a school for average kids that gets everyone reading, writing, and computing at above average levels. It does so by teaching directly and using very smart programs. Now, ponder this. It has the largest waiting list of any public school in Canada.
Jay, you have an amazing waiting list, 7,000 kids on your waiting list. How did that happen?
I think it's a word-of-mouth kind of phenomenon. Parents have heard about the program. They've been attracted to it over time. And you know, we have a lot of people that show up here with newborns to register them on our waiting list. It's a good news story for the school.
I put my oldest one on the list when she was 3 years old. We were looking for a school to put our kids in because we weren't happy with what we'd heard about the neighborhood schools. So I think it came down to homeschooling or finding something that was satisfactory. And again, we'd heard about Foundations for the Future by word of mouth because there is no advertising. I phoned as soon as I could. I was of the mind, get them on the list and change my mind later. I never did change my mind. But yeah, I got them on the list, got some information about the school, and again, Jacqueline was 3 years old when she was on the list, and she just made it into the kindergarten class. She was the last seat available.
Now, how did charter schools get started in Alberta, and for what reason?
I think they started partly because government was listening to the public when they spoke about their discontentment with certain aspects of public education. And I think they were open to that idea of innovation. And I think they believe that charter schools provide choice and a forum for innovation and change in public education.
Then why are charter schools regarded by many educators as a threat to public education? What threat do they pose?
So I'd come back to where I was before. I think we're misunderstood. I think people see us as quasi-private. They don't really understand what our mandate is. They don't know what's in our charter. And so they see us as a risk to what they're doing or a threat to what they're trying to do.
Let's go visit the enemy, or the perceived threat to public education. What you're about to see is a very logical, multisensory literacy program called The Writing Road to Reading.
Anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. Get ready? Anything, 3 syllables. Oh, let's do it a little clearer than that. Elbows up. Not too loud though. Get ready? Anything, 3 syllables. Great. Pick up your pencils. Put that 3. We need to make sure it's saying its third sound, the last vowel sound, E. And one more. Do we really say anything? No. I never say anything. What do you say, Kai? Anything. Now, how are we going to show that this A is not saying ah at all? Luke.
Put a schwa over the I, A, R.
We're very close to a schwa. Schwa would make it sound a little bit more like to make it think. So we're going to say that it's an exceptional sound because we don't hear ah, A, ah say this sound very often, saying ah. What do you think, Isaac?
Put an X over the A.
Ah, A, ah. Everybody, we're going to put an X over the ah, A, ah. What are we going to do? Nice and tall. You ready?
Put an X over the I, A, R.
Do it. Let's mark that so that it's showing an exceptional sound.
At what level will these grade 2 kids be reading at by the end of the year?
Well, with the use of our phonograms, which is how we learn the words, we've been able to achieve at levels about 3 months after a grade 3 year. Currently is about the average of my class, so by the end of grade 2 they should all be reading upwards of the grade 4 level with their ability to decode using the phonograms.
Foundations does much more than direct instruction. For that matter, it's just like any other school. It offers a music program and gives the kids a good workout too.
What do you like most about working in a charter school?
I definitely have to say the structure and the way that we have our programs so clearly defined. They're programs that we have found to be effective and efficient and most beneficial for the greatest number of students. So I think that just feeling successful with what I'm doing and with the learning that's taking place is one of the most important things.
What do you think of the school?
It's fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like the teachers are fun and our principal is great.
Yeah.
This school in particular offers an approach to education that I believe in fundamentally. And it was vastly different from the direction that schools were going in Quebec.
So would it be fair to say that charter schools allow like-minded people to come together to do things?
I think, Andrew, that's our greatest strength, or at least one of them for charter schools in general, is that you have a very coherent partnership between parents and teachers and students. People choose to come here because of the teaching approach. The teaching approach is one that teachers buy into and is a reason why they come here. And so it's consistent from one year to the next.
Now, what would happen if this school has a charter and a charter to teach the average child well?
Yes.
Now, if you didn't live up to your charter, what would happen to you?
If we didn't live up to that mandate, we'd be out of business. Simple as that.
Now, some of you might be thinking, do all charter schools look like foundations? No way. As you're about to see, each and every charter school has a different focus and a different mandate. Let's take a look at the science school.